This is Comfort Consultant 847 out here in, well, it says Lake Zurich, but I believe it's not. But so we got a couple issues on this unit that we're going to address here. So as far as our electrical, we are coming down from our supply. We do have our two outlets here running our stainless steamer UV light. It does come back down over here to the unit, giving us what we need. And then it wraps all the way around. So that's something to just keep in mind. It is a full kind of circuit through here. As you can see, it comes all the way up this way, back down to here, as well as back up on the other way. So just make sure we're keeping mindful of that as we're doing it. So another issue here on this supply of our PVC is completely disconnected. So let's make sure to re-glue this perfectly for them. Make sure it's going to hold up because obviously that's niche keep no good. We've got that just wide open, things can crawl on in. Let's make sure to fix that for them. As far as our gas shutoff, so it is an old school, not up to code shutoff. So let's make sure to add one at the proper shutoff that is up to code for them. Get that done. This is a 90 unit. It's 90 on the dot. So we are icing on the coil. So we're definitely going to be taking care of that. As far as everything else, it's pretty straightforward. So definitely want to look into this drain as well, because we are getting moisture around the unit. And as you can see, it's all the way down here. Now, obviously, we had a lot of extra moisture with our coil icing, but if we're already seeing it on the ground from this, then it's obviously an issue that's a little bigger than what we're thinking. So as we can see, the drain does go out the wall here, and the pitch is completely incorrect. It is higher on the drain side than it is on the furnace side. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Let's make sure we pitch this correctly when we're doing it, as well as add a blow-off tee at the end over here so that we can purge everything through if we need to. Yes, we have one here, but just in case over there as well if we can. But we definitely want to pitch this correctly because there's no way it's draining properly. I guarantee most of these pipes are full of nice black gunk for them. So let's make sure to fix that as well for them, obviously, making sure it's all done correct. The one other thing, I don't really love these old school filter boxes, so I'd like to get them a 4-inch media box at 1625 by 4, because this accordion style is already ripped on a couple of these corners here. As you can see here, it's all ripped open. So what we'll need to do is we're going to do a 21 furnace again. We could do 24 even, but I think we'll keep it like this with the size of the plenum and all that. Let's take this out, put our 4-inch in. It's going to have to cut down a little bit. So let's take this whole angle out if we can. Get it like that. We may have to still put a small transition in. It's going to be a little tricky, but we should bring a piece of 10 by 24 return drop. Really only need about 2 feet to be able to take care of this and make sure it's done correctly and get that 4-inch in there. So we will have to come down a bit. I'm not really sure. I'll look at the measurements and see exactly what we're going to need. We may have to scoot the furnace over slightly, build the transition this way a little bit, come over, put our new filter rack in, and just come straight down. So we do have, obviously, only a couple of inches between the unit and the return currently. So, and it is slightly pitched over, but nothing too crazy. So currently we have 3 inches. So obviously we're going to need one more. So if we come straight down, we've got 1.5 inches over, build our transition at this direction. Should be perfectly fine. That way they can get their filter out a lot easier. I also would point it this way. Obviously, we're going to put it on isolation pads, which is going to help with all this stuff as well, to get it up above the drain line there. So if we got to double up the isolation pads for that, let's do that, because I think it'll be much easier to pull this way for them than coming all the way around the unit to have to do that in the future. So if you guys have any other comments, questions, concerns at all, please reach out. Again, I'm Comfort Consultant 847, and thank you guys so much for everything you do. Oh, and the access, we come right through the door here, come around, and come right upstairs that way. So again, I'm 847. Have yourselves a great day, and thank you so much.